Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is now time for This Week in Geek for December 5th, 2015.
There you go.
You know what's sad about that? I looked at it, and then I forgot in the time from looking to there to there. You assisted. Yeah. All right. You know what? It's all blurring together. So tonight is a Doctor Who night for us.
It is Doctor Who night. Woo!
So we're calling it Gallifrey stock, and we're going to have lots of Doctor Who stuff going on. And then at 8 o'clock, we're all watching the final of this season.
Yes.
What is it? Heaven Sent, Hell Bent.
Hell Bent, yes.
Hell Bent tonight. So please stick around for that. It's going to be fun.
Bye, guys.
But let's get into the geek news.
Hey, nothing like clearing out.
Let's introduce ourselves.
Nothing like clearing out my restaurant.
That's right.
This Week in Geek.
See you, everybody.
Just a little background. We were busy up until 2 minutes ago,
Right.
and everybody just left. So we appreciate that. Thank you, Southgate Media.
Suddenly the Southgate Media Group experience has gone very south for us.
It's doing well.
It
in
was.
the empty chair demo.
That's right.
Great. Yeah, my name is Chris Mao. I am owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of several shows and picking up co-hosting gigs everywhere.
Why is the tortoise down here?
I don't know, Craig Ferguson. Why don't you tell
There we
me?
go.
Is there haggis in there?
Yes. And not our special guest, you.
My name is Edward Lee.
Puppet.
I'm co-host of This Week in Geek and of Super Fight.
All right. And we talked over the entire thing.
I don't care.
Go again.
You
One
don't
more
care.
time.
I am Edward Lee.
I'm Edward Lee, co-host of This Week in Geek and of Super Fight.
All right. Now do it again. This time with a French accent.
Oui. I am Edward Lee.
And
I was thinking how to say it without having people mad at me, and no.
And I am a Lil Puppet because I'm too lazy to get out of bed and come over to the Blue Box tonight, so I'll be tortured as the Lil
I
Puppet.
went to see Santa.
Actually, he did. He saw
Yes,
Santa
he did
today.
saw Santa
He's
today.
actually with his parents tonight, so you know he's milking them for like an Xbox or something. That's really what he's doing. That's what he... Yes.
Hey, don't lie,
poor
Martha.
Santa.
You too. Don't lie. Truthfully.
Is he sitting on Santa's lap? Because
Yes,
I
and
feel
now
sorry.
he's a Santa pancake. He's hot buttered a Lil on top of a Santa pancake. And I'm Rob Southgate from Southgate Media Group, and we have a very special guest who drove 4 hours to get here because he's got brain damage.
What?
Who are we?
My name is
The
Ian.
stork?
I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I help run the WeKnowGames.com website. Woo. We're not exactly doing much at the moment, but we're going to fix that.
Yes, and he does video game podcasts for us eventually. We'll say it that
Eventually.
way. You've done like 2 things.
Right.
It's gonna be a lot more real soon. And next week we'll have an Ian puppet, so everybody stay tuned. It's gonna be awesome.
We're going to have an Ian puppet.
All
An
right,
Ian puppet,
so
yes.
let's get into the geek news.
Dun, dun, dun.
There wasn't a lot this week.
But there was a big one.
Okay,
Well,
let's
the
not start
trailer?
with that.
Well,
Let's
yes,
not
yes.
start with that.
I'm
That's
just
going to
saying.
be a point of debate, I have a feeling.
It will be because
Well, without-
because Edward thought it was amazing.
I liked
Spoiler.
one person from it, and that made the trailer for me.
Deadpool was not in it.
I know. I wish.
All right.
I think Edward and I like the same person in the trailer.
Right.
You probably
So-
do. It's actually Ian.
All right, I'll start with one. I don't want to start with that one because that's going to be a lot of talking. They announced this week that Rambo they're developing it as a TV series. It's going to be Rambo and Son, which, yes,
He's going to be Gorilla Cookie, Suzanne Esther.
Yeah, right.
Is Richard Crenna still alive? Richard Crenna still with us?
Is who?
Richard Crenna still with us?
Mom, are you looking
Mom?
it up? Richard Crenna
Anyone?
is here. She's eating. What a slacker. But yeah, it's
Because
gonna
Abe
be-
Vigoda is Richard Crenna. We don't know.
Hey, you big dummy. What are you coming over here for? It's not our fight. That was my Stallone mashed with Fred Sanford. It was all bad. It was all bad.
There's
Yes.
nothing good
Hey, you
about it.
big dummy. There, see? I'm getting it.
Who's Grady? Is
Grady.
Jean-Claude Van Damme Grady? That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be Jean-Claude Van Grady. Yes. That's fantastic. Do you guys even know what we're talking about?
Nope, kind of.
Yeah.
Chris and I are
Edward.
having the best time.
Sanford and Son, one of the
So-
worst, best shows ever.
So, what do you guys think of you haven't seen Rambo. You've
haven't
seen
seen
Rambo,
Rambo.
right?
A long time ago.
In a galaxy
In a
far, far away.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
no,
next
we're
week.
not talking about that yet.
That's next week, sorry.
Do you guys care that there's a Rambo TV series?
I might watch it. 'Cause
Okay.
The parts of Rambo that I remember seeing.
Wait, he's dead?
Dead.
Yes.
Richard Crenna dead. So 2003. So wow,
Wow.
my mom really was a slacker on that. Oh, I think about him daily. We've got deaths. That's one death we can talk about. Richard Crenna died 12 years ago.
That's horrible.
But we've got a new one this week. We'll get to. But Chris, what do you think of this? I mean, do you think that this could be something?
Well, the movie was when it came out, what was that, 79, 80? When did it come out?
Dinner's ready.
79, right? I think 70, like late 70s, early
No,
80s.
wasn't that early?
It was a long time ago.
Really?
It was like right after Rocky. So, I mean, it was right after the first or second. I think it was right after the first Rocky where he got some vehicles going.
All right.
I thought it was very controversial because of the whole Vietnam theme. So I don't know how that's going to transcend now because that is long ago. But
they did that, and then he went and he saved the POWs in 2, and then 3 he went to Afghanistan.
right. So what's he going to do? Is he going to take on ISIS?
TV
What's he
series,
going to do?
It's got to be like him. It's got to be like Sanford and Son. He's got to have like some kind of place here, and he's got his son, and
Yeah.
they're not going to go like overseas and fight the fight. Did you see Rambo? The kind of, I don't want to call it a reboot. It was the 4th movie.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I liked
didn't.
it.
You did? I didn't.
I did, but how do you make that into a TV series? Because halfway through, it's just him shooting a lot and going.
That's the TV
That was the
series,
best part
just-
of 2 and 3 was him with the
Yeah, I
panoramic
know.
killing like 500 guys. It was great.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be in the show? They
No,
said
he'll,
that.
he'll probably cameo. He'll probably show up and be like,
How can he do that? Because if he's not, he's got to be Rambo in it if he's going to show on the show. He can't be like, oh, it's our cousin Ed, and everyone's like, oh, that's Rambo.
it's our cousin from Philly.
Yeah, cousin from Philly. Yeah, he's running up the steps. Hey. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be on a TV show. I think they'll recast it. This is my guess.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll go maybe like a Breaking Bad route. Like they'll try and tell an overarching story across like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
That is completely divergent from what we're used to.
Sure.
Because there's no way they're going to stick in that universe. They're just going to use those characters.
I don't. Who knows? And we'll see. And if it's something that's
And it
that
may not
different
even
than-
happen. Although if it doesn't happen, we're going to Israel to make some stop motion videos of it. Because Rambo and Son, sounds awesome to me.
You have the Rambo doll. I know you do. So.
Oh, please. I bet Alil does. He's got every toy. I
Yeah,
think I
Richard-
have one. I don't think I have enough that I could make out a series.
We'll make do. We'll just,
Unless we could have Jar Jar Binks in there, because I do have a
No.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
we could just take the Rambo doll and put him in different outfits and like green screen him in. I think that'd be great. I got
Just
it all
in
worked
different
out.
outfits.
It's all worked out in my head.
Yeah, and you could do the Peter Jackson, like shrink him down so it's the kid is Rambo, and then you've got the big one
Different. Yes, it's gonna be great.
perfect. Excellent.
And we'll get Ian McCallum.
We'll get Warpo Toys to bring Cthulhu. He can fight Cthulhu. That would be awesome. Rambo fights Cthulhu.
That would
All
be.
right. I can't talk about this anymore.
We digress even worse.
Gremlins. So there's been a lot of talk about Gremlins being remade. And then they said it was a reboot. And then they said it's a continuation of the story. And it's just kind of been bouncing around. Well, Zach, whatever his name is, Gallagher, the one who was the main guy in the first movie. He might have been in the second movie. I don't remember.
Gallagher, yes.
He was at a conference or something, or con or something, and he talked about this. And he makes it sound like this is really actually moving ahead. They have writers involved now. Chris Columbus, who directed the first one and wrote it, is on board. No, he didn't direct the first one. He wrote the first one.
Wrote the first one.
He is producing it. So he is on board, fully on board. That was also news that came out this week. So this is moving forward. The other thing, though, is what he indicated is this is not a reboot. It is, like they did with Jurassic Park, it's this town 30 years later.
Which is the
Interesting.
same town
Okay.
for everything.
Okay.
Are the
I like
Goonies,
that.
Are the Goonies going to show up because it's in the same town?
Shut
Is
up.
it?
No, that's not in the same town. The Goonies were in, like, Washington. They didn't have snow and all that there like they had in... No.
I think they are.
Is that
They're-
in Goonies? Is Goonies
Goonies
the same
is
town
in the
as-
same town. Yeah, it's the same town.
Shut
because
up.
they say
I didn't
Lawrence.
know this. It's like
because-
40
because
years ago
When they
and I
go to
didn't
the
know
police
this.
station, they go, Lawrence, are you calling in another crank call when they're calling in about the Goonies?
Shut up.
Right? Is that not? That's yeah.
That's amazing.
Spielberg didn't get around very much. He had a couple of sets.
Yeah, right.
Amityville and Washington. So.
Yeah, I like when the Goonies ride their bikes and you see Jaws come out of the way. They're like, no,
That's right.
put
No.
the shark down. And then a Nazi train goes by. He's like, no, not
Roy
again.
Scheider shows up,
Roy
starts
Scheider.
dancing.
Oh,
It's
please.
crazy.
So, do you guys care about this? You guys are very silent tonight.
Of course,
luck
because
getting
you
an award in
talk
Edgewise.
about-
Best
We are
guest-
latte'd up.
Best guest host ever.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish a Lil was like you.
Oh,
Ooh, we'll be getting texts about that. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
right. Not from a Lil. He's not watching. So anyway, what do you think of this? Do you guys know Gremlins?
I know. I've seen the first one.
Okay, you saw it at my house.
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
Again, it was a long time ago.
Everything was a
Galaxy.
long time ago.
It is.
You're 14. How can anything be that long ago?
What?
I'm how old?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just roll with it. Trust me.
All right.
Edward goes between 3 and 13 or 16.
Yeah.
something like
So
that,
you're
too.
all over the board, Ian.
So I
Trust
could
me.
be like anywhere between, 14 and,
40. Yeah.
40? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So you know Gremlins.
Yes,
you
I'm-
know what
right.
it is.
I'm
Do
interested
you-
in them not doing a remake and them having it 30 years in the future.
Okay, that's more interesting
Yes.
to you.
Right.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Well, if they could continue it 30 years later, that would be great.
I
Right.
like the idea of the continuing the story, using the same actors if they can, for any of this stuff. Because for a while there, it was like everything got remade. And then you watch it and you're like, didn't we see this movie? Oh, look, they added 2 elements to it.
Right.
And then it was reboots, and it was like, well, it's vaguely reminiscent of that, but where's the stuff I liked in the first one? I like this idea. As long as they don't go too deeply into the well from the first one. Like,
Right.
oh, great, it's the same story. And now there's a jazzercising gremlin. That was in 2.
That was.
You ever notice in the first one, the guy that did the plow gets killed, and then in the second one, he shows up? He's like walking down the street, and then he gets in the plow, and you're like, wait a minute.
Hey.
Didn't I see you blowing up in the microwave? Remember that scene?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
Let's have some more
It's
of
like
that.
that one. It's
Maybe
like
they'll
all
blow
those-
up Grumpy Cat.
It's
in
like
this one,
Danny
make it
Trejo. Danny
topical.
Trejo showed up in movies, died, came back.
Oh, well, he's Danny Trejo.
I know, but there's that other.
I think in real life he's died and come back numerous
Yes.
times. So
Career-wise, yes.
Yes.
So, Machete.
Machete. All right. Do you guys have anything before we steamroller ahead?
Not really.
Not really. No news this
yes,
week.
I have news.
How about Mark Hamill walking around in the stormtrooper suit, taking pictures of people and going,
yeah.
surprise! That is awesome.
That is awesome.
It's fantastic that he.
I really like how celebrities will do that.
Yeah, well,
Right.
Mark Hamill doing it. Well, a lot of them do it at Comic-Con, but he just went out like out on the street.
Well, Bryan Cranston did it.
yeah,
With
he wore the Bryan Cranston
yes.
mask, which is
which is even better. But this is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, he's yeah.
okay. Mark Hamill is back as the trickster on the next Flash episode. Okay, cool.
That's good.
Yeah, that's been a really good show this season. You guys watch
Yeah.
that?
This past week was the Flash and Arrow.
Yeah, I
team
didn't
up
watch
thing.
it. Did you watch it?
I did. It was really nice. I like how they did it with
was nice.
Hawkgirl. It was amazing. No, it was.
Are you turning into a Lil now? It's
know.
nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all everything so far this season has felt like a setup for Legends of Tomorrow, but it's been good. I've been liking it, but all right. Well, cool.
It's
I want
there.
to see that. I liked it last year. I thought that was really cool when they did that.
Yeah.
Was Arrow brooding? Because that's what he does.
He
Steven-
died. No,
he
everyone died
broods
in
a
that
lot.
movie. Everyone died in the show.
Did they?
Yes, everyone died except for one person.
Spoiler.
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to go into one.
Go.
Does anybody here know Samurai Jack?
Yes, that's
Yes.
good. Big nose. Big news.
Amazing show, right?
Right.
It's coming back to TV. It's going to be on Adult Swim.
Back
And-
on it. It's
Well, I think we reported on it here like 8 months ago that they were talking about doing Samurai Jack as a movie.
Yes.
And we were talking about, it didn't come out. Is it animated or live action? It'd be kind of weird live action, but it could happen. Well, I was reading about this. They're doing the animated show. It's the same guy involved.
they're building it up for a movie. They have
They
to be.
are building
They
it up
have
for
to
a movie.
be.
And they said they're looking at an animated film, is what it said in the one article. I don't know if that's true, or it could be just like when I say it, it's just made it up. Spoiler, I make a lot up.
Oh wait, that's not
Right.
not a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. But I don't know, man. I think this is awesome news. once
I've
again.
never seen it.
Yep,
Oh,
I know.
Edward.
Edward can't see anything.
It is animation gold. It is.
Yeah, it's really
fantastic.
great. Time traveling samurai fighting big demon guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
late
know.
night-
All right,
Nick
Edward,
and
get
Night.
your Full House news out because I know that's what you had. So
And then news
Sure.
the Olsen twins, one got married.
I actually do have news. I'm still
you
in
do.
review.
Let's hear it.
Telltale is releasing a Batman game. The episodes
Big
of Batman.
right.
news.
Yes.
We're gonna get Ian to talk here now too. I have a feeling.
A
So,
little bit.
did you watch the trailer?
I've not seen the trailer.
Okay, the trailer is nothing.
Okay.
It's just like you see ink bleeding across a page, and then you kind of see buildings, and the whole time it's filling out the bat signal. And you hear dialogue in the background going on, like, his parents were killed, and we need a vigilante, just stuff like that. You know what? I don't care. I was, like, dying watching this. Have you guys played the Telltale games at all? Like The Walking Dead? You have, Ian, for
I've
sure.
played.
I've played The Walking Dead because it was a free game at one point.
Yeah, and it was amazing. I thought it was amazing. And then they did Game of Thrones, which was amazing, and Back to the Future, which was a little less amazing,
and
but still
Borderlands.
great.
Borderlands was really nice.
That's
They've done it-
Telltale?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, not the main Borderlands games themselves, but they made a Telltale Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Did
Correct.
they really?
An episodic one that's supposed to take place. I
What?
think it's after.
No,
Because-
it's after the
After two.
After two.
Because
yeah.
these Telltale
Because
games
he
are
dies.
really great.
The order
Yeah.
went 1, 2, pre-sequel.
Yes. It
All
was.
right, that's
thank
just
you.
in. I think a Batman Telltale game sounds great.
But I want it to go into the more detective side rather than just him beating up a bunch of people.
I wish it was Spider-Man.
what are you
All right,
talking
we'll settle down. Well, you know what? I think it looked
That's
like it was
awful.
early, like they were kind of drawing off year one. So I have a feeling they're going to tell the story, at least this is my gut, that they're telling the story of like Batman rising into being Batman. Not an origin story as much as
Oh.
he's like going through the city.
The very
doing his
start,
like
the
a
thing.
very start.
beginnings, like early years Batman, not
Right.
Right.
No Robin
That'd be
or
good because then
anything.
there's a lot of choices that you can make, whether to
That way you can make it.
really hurt people or maybe even kill them. If
Well,
they
and
wanna
you can
do
have
that.
it look like Batman Year One, which nothing has really done that other than the comic.
Right.
You know, that real specific look. And if you look at the logo, it kind of looks like that. I'd be down with that. You know what I'd like to see? They should do the serial Batman from like the 30s. Remember that one, Dad? Where he had the real pointy ears? That was a terrible serial, but I love the look of it.
No, the
I
look
would
was
love to
awful.
see- we have it up here, I think. Right up there in the corner, Batfan Cave. That's the look. They should make that into the Telltale game. Sounds awesome.
That would be good.
Yep.
Download
I'm
it.
down
And
with
then,
it.
just start killing everybody.
My
It'd be
dad
great.
and I
The
are
30s
high
would be
fiving
awesome,
over
so.
this one. He doesn't play games though.
And there's so, and
He's a
there's
very
so
serious
many
guy. Can you
there's
tell?
so many episodes you can make off of Batman. You can make an. I want them. It could be cool making them an episode on each villain he has. Going
Sure.
through, like the Penguin, the Joker, Two-Face, and maybe even Azrael.
Well, that's all of them. We're done.
Do you
Well,
want me
there's
to
like
continue?
don't.
There was
It's
like
like
four
Take
different.
a while.
What was there? 3 or 4 different Catwoman. So there's
Catwomen.
Well, there's
3.
only one in my heart, Julie Newmar.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
but-
her.
What's Jax?
Yeah, right.
What was there?
Michelle
3?
Pfeiffer.
There was 3. Well,
There were 3 on Batman 66. There was Yvonne Craig.
Anne Hathaway.
Right, that's the new one. But there was
I'm just
there was
saying.
Yvonne Craig. There was who did I just name?
You didn't name. It's not Eartha.
Do I keep saying Eartha Kitt?
Eartha Kitt and Julie.
Yvonne Craig and Julie Newmar. Those were the 3 from Batman 66. Yep, and they were all
It's
awesome.
not a bad trio.
Yeah, no, I love that show. I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Freeze on there,
It was great.
fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I used to meet you. No, that's Arnold.
Wait,
that's much
Arnold.
later.
That's nipple Batman.
That
Sorry.
was terrible. Those are terrible. Don't do
It's
those.
always
Those-
terrible.
The
It's
Keaton ones
always
were
terrible.
good. Come on, the Keaton ones were good.
The first 2, yeah, until he rips his mask off. Spoiler, he rips his mask
There's-
off.
yeah,
Which,
from 25
all
years
right,
ago, sorry.
we're into it. Batman v Superman trailer hit
We don't have
this
to talk
week.
about that.
We have to right now because I'm about to pop off about it. The same thing I didn't like in the second Batman movie happens in this. Superman rips off Batman's mask, and I was like,
Yep.
doesn't this look like when
But he
Keaton ripped
knows
off?
already. It doesn't matter.
Why
to that.
does he
doesn't
rip it
matter.
off? He can see through things.
I know, but it's the
Unless
it's
it's
the
lined
dramatic
with lead.
It's the film drama.
If it's lined with lead, he'll be dead in a couple of years
What-
anyway
hold
from
on.
lead poisoning.
You can't
So-
tell me when they meet at Lex Luthor's party in the
That he
trailer
doesn't
Oh, that was
that he
awesome.
doesn't know, and
How
that
could he? Of
Batman
course
doesn't
he
know.
does.
And that's what's great about that whole thing.
I like
And
it.
they all know that they're all those people, and they're just
I
arguing like it's a normal.
want to like it, but there's something wrong.
See,
There is. You're feeling it too. Is anyone else feeling it?
It's your DC bias, I can tell you right now.
It's not. I love those.
It is.
You know what? I do a Marvel podcast, so everyone thinks I have this DC bias.
You do.
I don't. I've declared Batman 66 is one of my favorite things ever. I have loved the Batman movies other than those last few Schumachers. Those were awful. I like the Batman comics. I even like the one that nobody likes, Superman Returns. I even like that one. I like that one.
The
one I like the last one, and I like the other one.
Well, I did too. I like those movies.
But a lot of people don't. So I'm not a fanboy. I like them. I want this to succeed. I want to have a new superhero movie every week for the rest of my life, which might be 2 years.
Or tomorrow. But
do we have a death pool up here yet? We'll get one.
Sure.
Yep.
Your mom said next week. I don't know what you were saying.
Next week. How dare you, Mom?
Oh,
well,
there's definitely
let's
something
see.
there.
They revealed potentially, what's his name? That's got to be him, right?
Who?
Oh, it's going to be. Oh, yeah.
The one who kills Superman.
They said they
you mean
reinvented. I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name.
Doomsday? I just
Doomsday.
said that and they
They
don't even listen
reinvented
to me.
Doomsday.
Yeah,
It's going to be.
you know how
give up
they
here.
reinvented him? If you watch that trailer, they reinvented him to look like one of the lizards from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No, he's
or
Donatello.
or the lizard.
Or Donatello. He looks like Donatello.
Or the lizard from Spider-Man 2.
Cloverfield. Or Cloverfield.
Or Cloverfield. Yes. Yes. That's all he looks like, with some white stuff on him. It looks like somebody sprayed some marshmallow on him.
It's just dandruff.
Are you saying is it a
Dandruff.
tie into Ghostbusters?
That'd be awesome.
Ernie
I almost
Hudson
did the theme
comes
song.
out
Did
and
you
Bill
hear that?
Murray.
I started to go into it. Licensing, can't do that.
So the only reason why I like the trailer is because of Lex Luthor.
You like him in that.
I really like him, just because I like him. I love.
What do you think, Ian? You like him?
It's awesome.
You didn't see?
All right, it's a podcast. You got to talk.
Right.
All right.
No, I know.
Wait, shrug. We'll have it under quotation.
Martha,
Shrug.
take notes. We are not putting him in charge of any gaming podcast because he doesn't talk.
Rob's ideal partner. Write that down.
Yeah, right. Oh, you suck. You know what my ideal
I'm
partner's right
defending
here.
a little.
Even better. Because he doesn't talk, and I talk for
Hot
him.
buttered a little. You have a little button. Yeah. No.
Yeah, hot buttered.
He was.
I was actually just going to say, I don't know if this is from this last week or anything, but I saw it on Facebook or something that Neil Patrick Harris had come out and said that he'd be very interested in playing the Riddler.
Yeah, that actually has been a rumor for a while. But he came out and said he was interested.
Well, for the longest time, until I actually looked it up, I thought that the voice of the Riddler in the Batman Arkham games was Neil Patrick Harris, and then I looked up and it's not.
Do you know who it is?
Who is it?
I don't remember.
It was some guy.
It was some guy. It was not
Edward.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Edward Puppet does the voice.
Think as much as I like the NPH man, I don't know if he could be the Riddler. I don't think he could be that person. Looking at it, I think there are. I mean, and I can't think of somebody.
Did you
off the
see
top of my
Gone
head.
Girl?
Yeah, he's good, but I don't
Mixed
think he
Barney
could be.
Stinson with the guy in Gone Girl. That could do it.
Zach Galifianakis.
But
could
you know
be the
what?
Riddler.
The guy on Gotham is so dynamite as the Riddler.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's like the Penguin. How do you top that?
Oh, I know.
mean, yeah, Danny
He looks
DeVito's Penguin is great, but that
he looks exactly the part.
Robin Lord Taylor is killing
But he's
it.
not. This will be bad
Yeah.
to say he doesn't act. That is him.
Right.
In real life. I mean, you see an interview with him, it's like, are you acting? No, it's just him being goofy. So,
He just has a different haircut in real life,
yes.
slightly. So do I. Mine's usually
Do you
average.
When you take the
Photoshop
wig-
in that
when you
you
take the
actually
wig
have
off,
hair?
what?
Yes, we Photoshop in that I have hair in
That's
real
right.
life. Here, I show it that I don't. How dare you, Edward?
Edward,
It's all
gonna
turning ugly on me.
Wait till
Time
you
for my
get to
solo.
be. Wait till you get to be 40, and then
Yeah,
see what
right.
happens. We're taking pot shots with you. See, I like the trailer.
So you like the
I like
trailer.
it in the aspect is I just want to see it. So I liked it. I like that Superman. I like him. I think he's.
I do too.
It's not the Mr. America and everything is great. I like that he's a little dark and does some is willing
I
to,
do
to
too.
mix it up.
It makes sense that people would be afraid of him too.
I think Affleck is a really good person to play Batman.
And good insurance.
And good insurance. And Gal Gadot, that little bit she's in at the end, it's like that's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
really
you're
good.
like that's fantastic.
And
they're
it
like,
is funny when Batman's like, I thought you knew her.
yeah,
That's pretty
is she
funny.
with you? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was with you. And then
Yeah.
they're gonna and then it's the obvious
But
lead
you know
into
what?
the Justice League. So
I want it to be good. I even liked the Superman movie that nobody likes, that last one, the Man of Steel.
yeah, it was
It was
You know
okay.
what? I like this stuff. There's something wrong. wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to see this and be like, wow, this is so cool. And it launches a whole series of things.
Right.
But
I think what's going to be wrong is they're going to try to, in the beginning of the movie, try to focus on why Batman and Superman hate each other, and it just gets to a point where they all of a sudden team up for no apparent reason.
they're gonna team up when Doomsday shows up, and it's like, we have to stop fighting with each other to stop this.
Well,
that's what it's going to be.
The bad thing is Batman's like, you can't destroy stuff, and Batman blows up like a whole city to stop.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he destroys the whole L station, like takes it all down. But that's okay. That's just collateral damage.
Right.
When you destroyed a building, well,
Did
of
you hear
course.
that rumor that they're talking about doing this is so weird too, another Batman movie from the Nolan universe, not Nolan directing it,
But Nolan.
but like a fourth one in that universe. That was something I was reading about this week going, how confusing
is Christian
this?
Bale going to do it? Who's going to do it?
I don't think so, but they were going to take what they built there, because that's a very distinct thing.
Yes.
And making another thing.
I
in
think
that
it's
world.
just going to be a rumor, though.
And would
I
it be
don't-
like, another 10 years and he's still limping around and like, I'm coming out of retirement now? Because that's what and he's in it for 4 minutes.
Right.
That was my problem with that third movie. But this is a rumor that they're definitely,
Bane.
when we've said this before, when there's smoke, there's fire, somebody is talking about it.
Well, it's a lot of money.
Yes, somebody. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to
But
go through.
I don't want him to. You got Affleck.
It's a
Do
gear,
his thing.
right? And he's
Yeah, he looks right for it.
got the right demeanor. He's got the right look.
You got a
so-
question? We don't take comments. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
talked
at the
we
end
just
we were
talked
talking about that.
about
Yeah, where she
Yeah,
comes
right
and
at the
protects
end.
him from Doomsday.
Yep.
With the shield. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to see Aquaman in there for a brief thing, and they're all
Well, yeah,
going to be
they're
in
all
it.
going to be in there, but I mean, this is obviously, it's the dawn of justice.
I
so
want-
the
And then
I
Justice
want
comes
League
Green
will-
Lantern.
Robot Bigfoot to show up, and then we've got everybody, and then I'm a happy guy.
When-
Can we
when's
just have
Bionic Woman
Doomsday
shown?
kill
Yes.
Green Lantern?
What?
Can we just have Doomsday kill Green Lantern?
But only if it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yes,
And
as
then we
in
can have a
Ryan
different-
Reynolds.
We can have him killed, and then another
Well,
Green
they
Lantern
could,
shows
hold on,
up.
they could
Exactly.
salvage that if they got rid of the dump truck or whatever.
No, the
Oh, you
Hot
mean the-
Wheel?
the Hot
Oh,
Wheels?
man, that was the worst. That was the worst.
Every element of besides that.
Not
stupid
every element.
Besides that 20 minutes,
Yeah.
the movie was pretty good.
There were parts that were really cool. I
Yeah.
did not. It didn't connect right.
Right.
It was DC trying to make a Marvel movie, and they didn't get the tone right.
Right.
So then everything's going to be dark in the DC stuff. I don't want Marvel to start trying to ape that. I don't think they will. But here's an essential problem. Did you watch the trailer for Cap 3?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Did at any moment did you feel this is not the most amazing thing I've ever watched? No, it looks amazing.
Right.
The Batman one, I'm watching it, and partway through I go, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, but you have
For me, that was
that
the-
doubt that you know that they can go off the deep end at any time.
I know.
But if you can, again, I think if we're going to
We'll
compare it
see.
to I remember, I don't know, a little puppet and I were talking about they're projecting Star Wars to do 2.7 billion.
Yeah.
And I was talking that it could do 3, and he's like, no way. They've already sold.
You were arguing with a
I
puppet.
know, but I'm just saying they've already sold $250 million worth of tickets, and they haven't even opened the doors
right,
yet.
and that's just Edward.
That is Edward and Alone.
Mom, I need your
Alone's
card
going
again.
every day for the rest of the year.
You know that guy on the internet, the guy that's the restaurant owner? It wasn't you, was it? That
wasn't, no.
bought out an entire theater to show.
Yes.
Yeah, it should have been you. That's pretty amazing. We're going to have Edward do that.
That would be great.
Thanks, Edward.
Have you heard
Thanks,
the Star
Edward.
Wars news that
Look at him deflect it. I know.
Wait,
for the past
Deadpool.
half a year I've learned how to do it? Now I'm just like, okay, it's just banter.
Just move on.
It's just banter. You're the worst. All right, what were you going to say?
The
We're
command.
going to have an Ian puppet. He says more than this Ian.
Probably.
Okay, go ahead.
What was the commander in the Star Wars movie?
Captain Phasma?
Yes.
In the new ones?
He's going to be in the next movie, Star Wars 8. No,
Okay.
Star Wars 7.
Yes.
I don't
They-
want to know that.
They released that he's going.
I don't want to know any spoilers. Just get to the stinking movie.
No kidding.
Who's
Thought-
ready for
Wait,
the
what?
movie to just happen? Yes. Yeah, Captain Phasma's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the one from Game of Thrones, a big tall
Yeah.
woman.
The night. She's
Yeah.
She'll
She's going
kick
to
some
be
butt.
she's Captain Phasma. Yeah, she looks awesome in that. We just watched something with her. What were we watching?
Called
And I
Game
said
of Thrones.
No. No. What did we watch recently? Did we watch a movie? Did we watch a movie? We watched Jessica Jones. Did we watch a movie? Oh, I know what we watched. We saw Mockingjay Part 2.
Yes.
And she's in that.
She is in that.
So that's what we saw. That was good. I liked
Who
it.
isn't in that movie? That
Me.
movie has. I'm saying that movie has.
Oh, it's
50
great.
million cameos in it.
Yeah.
It's like let's throw them in.
Yeah. Stallone should have been in it.
So at the end fight, he's running up. Come on, with the red bandana. That was very good. And then spoiler,
Did you guys like it? Did you guys see it? You see Mockingjay?
I haven't seen it.
I have not seen the movie, but I read the book.
I've read the book.
Yeah, that doesn't prepare you for the movie. So
No,
it's okay.
the movie is awesome. And the thing is, in
Hey,
the
little guy.
movie, now you saw it.
Yes.
There's a moment. This is a warning for people with children, because we took Molly, who's 8, and no, she knows the book, she knows the story. We were prepared, and she knows to cover up, in case. There's a scene when they fight the Mutts, which is down under the city. Mm-hmm. So we had talked about it. We knew what we were getting into. They show the Mutts earlier. Oh no! In the movie, it's like right out of Aliens. I mean, seriously, it is right out of Aliens.
I've heard that it's
and you're like,
kind of nuts.
wait a minute, this is all going bad. Why are there teeth, and why is there all this blood and fire? And oh, it was awesome.
In the books, that was one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Just
and it's
underground.
It's great.
He dies.
Oh, sorry.
Who's he? Peter dies?
Captain Phasma, you called it he.
So?
All right. So anyway, do we have more? Yeah, we have a lot more.
We do have a lot more.
Oh, did you guys see the trailer for Nice Guys? Okay.
I saw a trailer that wasn't Red Band, so.
You saw the regular,
yes.
not the Red Band.
Correct.
The Red Band has some nudity and some language, so you're never seeing this movie. But it's
Ever.
amazing.
I mean,
did you think it looked amazing?
When I saw it, it looked really good. I
It
really
was-
like the premise of it. It looks awesome.
It's Ryan Gosling and
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And it looks like a 70s cop noir thing. Ryan Gosling is the dork wimpy guy.
That's
Can
awesome.
you admit? Yeah. So like Russell Crowe shows up and like breaks his arm. And then
But you can just see it progress throughout where he's like a very
And then-
shallow guy and then just goes into him
Gosling's
just.
like, no, don't do it. And then they end up having to team up, and he's like, you're the guy that broke my arm. And he's like, shut up. And it's very like 48 Hours in that respect, but it is not. It is.
Nick Nolte.
Oh my God. Yeah, it,
looks
would have
really
been
good.
Nick
It looks
Nolte if this
really
was
good.
What do
made
you
30
mean?
years ago.
That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Hey, Reggie.
Nice job.
It's hard to not swear in the Nick Nolte voice, so I can't do it. But
What do you
well,
mean?
okay, there's more than one reason I can't do it, because I can't do it. But yeah, this movie looks like it's so deep in my wheelhouse. We need to pre-order it right now. Martha, we're going to see this movie. We're having a date. It's called Nice Guys.
$5 Marcus
She's
Cinema
not paying
every
attention
Tuesday.
at all.
$5.
Yeah. Let's
can
talk
aff-
about
you
that.
can-
So we went Tuesday. There's this national theater chain. They're national. It's called Marcus.
Marcus Theater.
yeah,
yes.
Marcus Theaters.
$5 Tuesdays.
$5
And if you
Tuesdays.
join their club, you get free popcorn.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And they don't
You
see
join-
you in the hallways, so we're going to see more than one movie for $5 when we go next time.
That would.
We
in
know.
no way, shape, or form.
Hey.
In no way does that. We're gonna
My
do
name
it.
is Alil
So
Kanitsa. I'm the one doing it.
I'm Edward Lee. I'm 13. You
That's
can't arrest
right.
me.
Can't arrest me.
13.
You
I'm
can't
slowly
arrest me.
growing older
What were you
by
gonna
the
say?
days.
I know you.
By the hours.
In that case, I'm 14. I know my ID says 24, but I'm 14.
Yeah. There you go.
Just minus 10 it works.
Yeah, and
Just in Marvel movies, you'll pay for it right there.
I would say that Marcus does a cheap one, and now AMC is coming up with like matinee price, something cheap too. It's not $5.
not $5.
It's like $6.
It's not that
so.
cheap. $5 is
and
awesome.
it's
I don't know.
nice seats.
If I'm going to put my
Seats, they were the big
right,
leather recliners.
if I'm going to put my plug in, I like AMC's popcorn
If
better.
you're seeing
but
something
I'm gonna-
like the second Avengers movie, it's perfect for a nap.
You
I
took,
sleep
you
in that
took
one.
he took a 5-minute nap when it was all the backstory of everyone.
Right.
Yeah, guess what? I still know what happened.
You missed the scene with Scarlett Johansson, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry.
I missed her doing the ballet. I saw Thor coming out of the water. That was it. And I missed all the other stuff that happened in there.
Peggy Carter.
Didn't see Peggy Carter. Nope. Still haven't watched it. Somebody was supposed to bring me the Blu-ray.
Oh, I totally forgot.
A little puppet with
Yeah.
a Z.
All right.
Hey,
what-
did you see? Well,
Yeah.
they're doing a lot with Point Break, and I'm really not nervous
wait,
about
wait,
it. But
are you on the
rebooting-
fence about it, or what do you think?
No, I mean, I love the first movie,
Did
so I
you
don't
see the
think this is-
trailer at Mockingjay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
And it just looks like an extreme. It's like extreme sports movies with some
Yeah.
handsome guys running around.
And
so.
instead of dead presidents' faces, they're doing that like internet troll mask.
Right.
Do you guys know Point Break?
I have no idea. I
And
don't
there's
know.
no
I know
Gary
of it,
Busey.
I don't think so.
You know of it.
I don't think so.
So Point Break is awesome. I love it, but it's not like a great movie, but it's a great movie. It's a lot of fun.
It's a great.
I don't know
bad
why
movie.
they're remaking it, and when I watch this, I'm like, okay, it's just like they're ramping up the action a little bit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Where's the story?
The extreme. Well, I mean,
It's the same story.
The,
It's
the
same-
story is
it's
is
what
that
we talked about before.
There's these guys who rob banks, and they do
I
it
would
all
rather
because
see
of the
them
rush.
30 years
And
later.
So then
Wouldn't
they
you?
have a guy who was like a high school or a college quarterback that joins the FBI, infiltrates him because he's like an extreme sports guy, and then he infiltrates him to try and bust him, and at the end
We call
it's like
him
a big
Chris
blow.
Mao.
We call him Chris Mao. Yeah,
Extreme
right.
sports guy.
But it was, I mean, the first one was really good. Busey plays like the partner, like, and it was
That was Gary Busey.
It was Keanu Reeves, and
See, that's just
Swayze
it.
was the leader of these crazy guys. It was a really good movie, and
Do
What
it
it was.
now, 30 years later, I'm more interested. Get Jake Busey to play Gary Busey's
Ooh.
son. Let Keanu be Keanu.
Or Abe
but
Vigoda.
He's got Abe Vigoda could be the grandfather because he.
No, it could be
You know
Keanu.
who they'd have instead of Abe Vigoda? You know who they'd get? They'd get what's his name from Taxi?
Judd Hirsch.
Judd Hirsch. That's who they use for the dad now.
That's,
That's who they get.
he did that in Independence Day 20
Yes.
years ago, and he was
Right. And I just saw him
Jeff
on something.
Goldblum.
He's playing
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. So yeah. So I don't know. Do you guys care? You don't care.
Nope.
I mean, the parts that I've seen of Point Break through
Wait, the original or the remake?
the original.
Okay.
With the bank robbery scene with the
Bank robber ring.
bank robbering scene.
It's a
with,
ring of
with the
bank
presidential masks.
Yes.
The,
Yeah, they had the Nixon and the Reagan.
Right, yeah.
It was great.
and he did the piece. It was great.
You know,
it's fantastic.
I'll tell you, you watch that original Point Break, and then you watch Hot Fuzz, and you will see that it is
it's-
genius. Because
Really?
Hot Fuzz draws from Point Break. It has all these references. It makes it so much funnier.
Now I want to see it because I've seen Hot Fuzz and it's
Oh,
awesome.
if you Hot Fuzz is a great movie.
I
but
don't
if
know
you
if
watch
you can
Point
see
Break
Point
and
Break.
then watch Hot Fuzz, it's perfect. Why not? What's in Point Break? They're shooting.
it's pretty graphic. I don't know.
Is
It's
it?
R. It's R.
Is it
isn't
a hard R or is it a half an R?
It's an R. It's a half R.
Uh-oh.
It's
It's
an
a half
upload.
It's
an
not
R.
enough? Okay.
I think you
I
can
can
watch
see
it.
it.
It's really violent. And there's one scene with
He can handle violence. He just gets a little wired up like he's on sugar when he has too much violence. But it's okay, right?
Sure.
we'll get a text from Ruth. No.
Yeah,
No,
we're
no,
gonna, we don't
just
have our phone
just
to
wait
see if
3
Ruth's
minutes. Just wait 3 minutes and then
Writing. Yeah,
you're
she's
okay.
like, he can't see that.
I have one.
We should get a Ruth puppet.
No, how about no?
Now we're going to get a response.
Standing behind the camera, looking at us, yelling at us. for
No,
not
she'd
being
have to
in.
be a marionette because she can move around.
I have one.
Yes,
They're
go ahead.
doing. So I believe Disney's this weekend is having a Mario Kart tournament.
Oh, right. They're doing
yeah.
Mario Kart on Disney XD.
Correct. They're having a bunch of YouTubers and some young gamers, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, and they're going to do it like a live sporting event.
correct.
Nice.
I was interested in just
Is this like the Halo World Championships, or are they just doing something
Kind of.
different?
They're doing like a race. They're like
they're
doing
doing
Mario
a tournament.
Kart.
Yes.
And when you play Mario Kart, you know, it's tiered just like a.
Right.
That's what they're going to do, but they're going to do it like. Is it live? It's live.
I think it's live.
And they're going to have YouTube gamers versus people that have gotten their way into it, like they've played their way into this
Okay.
tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I remember G4, that station G4.
Yeah.
No.
They had a couple of shows like that where they showed competitive gaming. Mm-hmm. Anyone that knows this show knows that I don't care about sports whatsoever. Really not interested. I liked that.
Esports.
Yeah, esports are fun.
I used to.
I mean,
really
I'm
be-
not sitting there like, yeah, I got to get their team logo, and I don't care about that. But you know what? I enjoyed watching it. I found it interesting to watch sometimes. And this sounds fun.
Yeah, my roommate and I used to watch.
I'm not watching it, but it sounds fun.
My roommate and I used to watch StarCraft a whole bunch.
Okay.
They'd play StarCraft down there?
I don't know if it was any. They actually have huge StarCraft tournaments
they
where the grand prize for winning is like $100,000,
No.
Oh, wow.
What?
No,
Maybe
I thought the
We
biggest
got to
one was
go.
like
I got to go practice my video game.
maybe
tomorrow.
$50,000.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
quit
You're right.
everything and be a
100 grand.
video
100 grand.
No, I saw one once was
Yep.
a lot more than that. It was like 3.
The
one in South Korea.
I need a
it was
power
like
glove
a
for my
pot
Nintendo.
it was a pot of maybe 600,000-700,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
But it's really big
I know
in South
that
Korea.
just recently they did a Defense of the Ancients tournament. Huge production values. Had like laser lights on the main stage, and it was almost like a rock concert. And
That's what we need.
the grand prize was
GoFundMe.
a
lasers.
couple million.
Go fund me for laser
Yeah.
lights.
to be divided
How
between the
much was it?
entire team, but it was at like a
Yeah.
yeah. The Dota grand
What?
prize was $5 million.
Yeah.
$5 million?
But the computers to win cost like $7, so they lost $2 million. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
do they have a Tron tournament? Because I was really good at Tron back in the day. Or karate, remember that one? Fight. I was good at that one. They had that at Barrington Square 6.
I mean, as much as I play video games, I'd like to pretend that I'm good at competitive video games.
No.
Not at all.
No, not your
I'm
thing.
just bad. I mean, I could be super trolly.
So
that's-
now
that's
that we
why I
know
like-
that, let's have a tournament, and there's a fee to pay, and we know that we'll win. I'll win because you guys stink. Let's do
Right,
it.
right.
Let's do it.
Well,
tournament,
It depends on the game.
Call of Duty.
Like Mario
No.
Kart, I'm good
I
at.
get nauseous. I'm old, so I get nauseous from all the motion.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, can we just play like Viva Pinata, where you're just making a garden? That's where I'm really good at that.
he wants to play Pong. Just
What was the one that Penn Gillette wrote that was literally driving a truck from Las Vegas to someplace and back, and that's
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
that was a computer game. Yeah,
It was
That's
like
all
one
it
of the
was.
first computer games. The only thing it was driving a
Right.
truck, and that's all you did. And drove
Okay,
the
you want-
highway for
you wanna
500
hear how
miles,
lame I
and then
am?
turned around.
I love the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Desert Bus.
He
Right?
made a ton of money off of it.
It's
so
called
he
Desert
didn't care.
Bus. Nice.
There's a game called gamers are gonna know. It's called Red Dead Redemption. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
cowboy
Yeah.
game. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
western, and it plays like a western. It's pretty slow paced until the action happens. Then it's like a Tarantino western. But there is a point. There's a train, and it's very limited where it can go. But there's a train, and you can get on the train and ride it. And I rode the train for an hour. I sat there watching a train. That's
And
what I did.
you
And
were
I was sitting there like,
and you
yes.
were
And then
entertained.
like characters every once in a while walk by and they go, howdy. And I'm like, I'd hit the button like, howdy. It was awesome.
So you're telling me you had no life for
I
anymore.
want to get train trip.
Then,
You ne-
now.
Oh,
What are you talking
another
about?
one we love, Martin, that I used to play. It was called Endless Ocean. You swim around and you try to see fish. And then when you see them, they go in your record book. And I was like, oh, I got another one. And you swim for like hours, and you're like, finally a different fish. That's what I like.
See, now they have the new games where
You were a cheap kid, probably just
Oh,
like here,
no,
here's a
I
balloon,
wasn't.
check
I'm
that.
still not. Kicks, I love Kicks too. Remember Kicks? That was the one where the thing moved around and then you had to. Never mind. All right. Yeah, I know. I like that one. I like new games
Yes.
too. I
So,
want Fallout 4.
Is that the one where you had to race and not go over the same line till the end? Is
Huh?
that the game you're talking about?
No, you had to block off parts of your screen.
Oh, Rally X. where you-
And the thing was bouncing around. It was just a sprite
Oh
bouncing
yeah, I
around
know.
the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. And I had it on Game Boy too, and I played it endlessly on that. If only I could pet fish on it or ride a train, I would have been so happy. I did. I
You're
rode that
amazing.
train for an hour. Martha wasn't home.
There's diseases named after you for that. Just want to let you know.
Yeah,
Actually, I
yeah,
think
yeah,
you'd make
yeah,
an
yeah.
awesome guest. Because let me see, what was I?
I've
You know
heard-
what? I do that in Grand Theft Auto sometimes. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 with my friends. I will just climb on a train, sit on top, and just because it's
Can you
in a-
just ride on
It's
it?
in a circle.
yeah, you can.
So you just ride it, and
Do you pick off things from there? Like
I was
shoot
about
them?
to say, I
That'd be
ride
great.
on top, and just as it's going by the highway with a sniper rifle, just
No.
freak people
Now
out.
you're getting violent. I want to just ride on it.
Well, you can do that too.
He
And then
wants
when
to
people
throw.
walk by, I can go.
You want to
Howdy.
moon them. You want to just moon them. That would be
Oh, no,
great.
no,
that was
no.
what
Yeah,
you
If
would
there
do.
was a moon option, yes.
You're not actually
Well,
in the
and
train.
there's a-
You're like standing on top of it.
There's a Bigfoot in that game somewhere, so I rode on the train hoping that I was going
Yep.
to see Bigfoot go by. That's
Nowhere
all
near
I
the train
waited
tracks.
for.
Nowhere near the train tracks.
I know you can't see it on the train tracks. I found that out
Also,
after an hour.
it's the Bigfoot is not in the main game. You got to get the Undead Nightmare DLC for it.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
in there?
yeah.
I've got that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't know if you were talking about Red Dead Redemption.
I can. It's zombie riding on a train with zombies is even better.
I don't think he
Hey.
knows what he's talking about.
I do. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the first.
Yeah.
That's the first one is
a
Revolver,
first.
and then
Christopher
Redemption is the
McQuarrie.
newer one.
Wait, I got more news. We're running out of time. Christopher McQuarrie has announced he's coming back for Mission Impossible 6. I loved Mission Impossible 5. I thought
5
it was
was
fantastic.
yeah, it was great.
Now, he has not said if he's director. He just said mission accepted on his tweet. But
Cryptic.
Please,
Well, but
let
if he
him
has
be the
input,
director.
that's okay.
That movie was fantastic.
5 was great, so.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I like it that Tom bucked up and actually did a lot of his own stunts. I mean,
Yes.
he was strapped to the side of a plane.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So.
Shane Black and Fred Decker have turned in their script for Predator 4. Now, here's another one.
Jesse needs some
Nobody
money.
likes Predators. I loved Predators. I thought that was awesome. Ian Brody getting dropped on a jungle planet, Predators fighting him, and then at the end, Arnold Schwarzenegger comes out of the thing and he goes, "Nice to meet you." That's the best. I love it. You don't know, you can't see that. I love it.
They could bring back Jesse. Bring back the
Or Jesse's girl. No. All right, so anyway.
That's bad.
Jesse who?
Jesse
Oh, the
Ventura.
body?
Jesse the
I
body.
ain't got time to bleed.
That was a.
There's an impression
That is
I
a
could do.
fantastic movie.
Yeah. I'm too busy being governor.
He's done. He's been
I'm
out of office
done.
for
I'm
like
on
20
True
years.
TV now.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I do a pretty good
He's
Jesse,
doing
don't
some,
I?
yeah, the
Thank you.
conspiracy theory thing. That's great, Jesse.
Oh, it's a great show. I love it.
That
His
was
son is
great,
on there.
so.
His son worked at a sunglasses kiosk when I worked in a mall. He was like opposite where I
Were you
was.
He
Were you a
interrupted us
mall
because he
cop
wanted to
when
go
you
No, I
into
wasn't a
one
mall
news.
cop.
Nope.
I hung
He's
out
going
with
to
him.
continue with this.
I was waiting for that, too.
No, I wasn't in a mall cop. No.
Last
I worked
time
in a
you
bed
said this,
store. I'd have to stand at the line and go, "Hey, you getting tired? You want to come in and take a lie down in here?"
I would take it up and be there.
I
for
ain't
like
got
4
time
hours.
for a lie
I
down.
ain't got time to nap.
I ain't coming in there.
I ain't got time to nap, McMahon.
Oh, McMahon. Yeah, and his son was like real. He looked like him. He looked like him even more.
He looked like Randy Macho Man Savage. That would have been great with the. That would have been perfect.
I wish he had shown up.
That would have been fantastic.
Tarantino
Yes.
owns the rights to Elmore Leonard's book,
40
40 Lashes Less One.
Less one.
And yeah, no kidding.
Elmore Leonard, number one, is a perfect writer for
Yes.
Tarantino. So.
Well, and it takes place at Yuma, which he also wrote 310 to Yuma, which I love the original. I love the remake.
Right.
This is in Yuma prison. All good. But he's talking about making it a TV miniseries, 4 to 6 hour miniseries. Anyone not want to see a Tarantino
if he
Western Elmore Leonard
But
4 to 6
he
hour
would do it on
miniseries?
Netflix or Amazon or something where he
Be
has carte blanche.
amazing.
It wouldn't be like on CBS. It'd be AMC or something.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. It'd
He
be
could get away
amazing.
with stuff, which would be good.
And frankly, I mean, I don't know if you've read the reviews of Hateful Eight, but you're really not allowed to see this. But man, oh man. the
I'm surprised you
reviews
see
are
the
amazing.
trailers. They're bad. The
Yeah.
trailers are pretty intense.
Oh, it's so good. We're going to see that one too, Martha. Yes. We're going to go to $5 Tuesday.
Where Sam Jackson goes in the cabin, none of us like each other, and it's like crazy.
It's all good. Oh, it's all
Christopher
good.
Waltz and
Look at that.
Samuel Jackson.
We stretched this whole thing into an hour.
Well, we have.
What do you have? You had more? Jason Priestley news? You got some of that?
No, I want to talk about Robert Loggia, who
Oh,
is in,
yeah, we didn't
he's
do
in
that.
some of the best movies ever, and also some of the absolute worst movies ever.
He's in Return to Me. He's great in Return to Me.
He's great in he was great in Scarface.
Scarface,
He
he's
was
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But
So,
then
yeah,
he did that.
Robert
It's-
Loggia died this week.
He died
That's
this
what
week
we're talking
at
about.
85,
if you
which
didn't hear.
was that's
Yeah, way too young.
fantastic. Way too young, but I mean that's still amazing.
But
he was
big,
in that one movie.
Big
with-
Life, man. He did a lot.
He did a lot. He did the worst commercial ever, the Robert Loggia for Minute Maid orange juice. Do you remember that? Hey, it's TV's Robert Loggia. Hey, Jimmy, drink orange juice. It's like, are you serious, Robert? Come on, but
I'm
hey,
sure he's serious. I got a check. I'm
Paycheck's a
Robert
paycheck.
Loggia.
I'll take that. But that's sad to see because he was in a lot. He
Yep.
showed up in a lot of movies. He was in
Hey, we're more
Independence
timely
Day.
with this than we are Richard Crenna.
Yeah, well, And Richard Crenna won an Oscar.
You guys
didn't he?
missed that. He died in 2003. We just figured it out.
Didn't he
Yep.
win? Didn't he win an Oscar, Crenna?
Mom, look it up. Did
Look
he
it
win
up.
an Oscar?
Anyone?
We're almost out of time.
Can anyone verify that? I think he did. So
Did Robert Loggia?
no.
No. Too bad.
What was that movie with him and Scott
in Chud?
Bakula, and he was the assistant coach on the football team? Do you remember that
The
one?
Replacements.
No, that wasn't. No, that was Gene Hackman, The Replacements, right?
No, you're thinking of basketball and the Hoosiers. Was Gene Hackman?
No.
The Replacements is the
No,
one.
Gene Hackman's the one with Keanu Reeves. He was. That was Replacements.
What happened? I think my virtual train just went off the track.
No. There's one with Cat. It's like a Texas.
Kathy Ireland. It's
Yeah.
The Replacements.
Is that The Replacements?
Look it up.
No.
Look it up.
It's like something
up.
illegal, something.
Dad, look it up.
I'm telling you, The Replacements.
Somebody
is
online, tell us if
hold on.
we're right.
The Replacements
Tell
is
one of
with
our video
Keanu
plays.
Reeves, right? Gene Hackman is Billy McGinty, who's the coach of that team.
Okay.
The NFL
Then
team where
what's
they're.
the one with Scott Bakula?
I don't know, but
It's
awful.
the same movie. I'm going with that.
It's not the same movie.
Richard Crenna did not have an Oscar.
Richard Crenna did not have an Oscar.
Correct.
Did not? Are you sure?
Nope. I think
Correct.
they should give
He
him
should
one
have.
posthumously.
Necessary
he has a-
roughness.
he has a-
Necessary,
what-
that's what I was saying.
He said replacement.
Same movie.
Necessary replacements.
Yeah, it's the one with the football. That's all I know.
That's sport football.
Yeah,
So.
and Kathy Ireland's in it. She kicks.
Sinbad, yes.
Sinbad's in there?
Hector Elizondo is the coach.
Oh,
It's
he's
awful.
great.
It's great.
But yes, Sinbad's in that. I didn't know that. He's in Jingle All the Way. Yep.
Six Shades of Scott Bakula.
I love Scott Bakula. 50 Shades of Scott Bakula. I don't want to see that movie. Okay, I wrote down something and I didn't write down what it's about. My last thing, I've got two real fast ones. One, did you guys see the trailer for I Saw the Light?
No.
No.
Wow. Tom Hiddleston playing Harry Connick Jr. No. Hank Williams. I was in the ballpark.
I did see a
had
little
an
bit of that.
H.
I saw some of that a while ago. He looks great.
This trailer, anybody else see it? Wow. And he's going to play Harry Connick in the future movie, so that'll be good too. And then my last one, that was so good. You guys got to see this trailer. My last one, Spielberg. No. Jason Priestley is going to make Jason Priestley is going to make a biopic, or he's trying to, about Phil Hartman, speaking of Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
Called Nice Guy Phil. Steven Spielberg
Don't ask.
came out this week and said that no one else is going to play Indiana Jones.
Except for Harrison Ford.
So,
Could they call him Terre Haute Jones?
we've
or
already
get
known
somebody
that.
else?
definitely developing Indiana Jones movies. Harrison Ford is getting a little long in the tooth to play Indiana Jones.
It's going to be
if
Indiana.
they're going to do.
It's not. It's going to be his kid. It's going to
It
be
better
Indiana
not
Jones'
be
kid.
Shia LaBeouf.
It's going to be Shia LaBeouf kid.
Buff LaShia.
Yeah.
Just sweet.
Right, he could be old Indy.
So
and-
it's Shia LaBeouf
but-
as
but
Indiana
you know
Jones.
what? Yeah, I'm fine with it. They don't need to have a new
Oh.
Indiana Jones. But you know what? I don't know. I think Spielberg's off his rocker. He doesn't actually own it. Disney owns it now. Disney owns it.
Well,
Spielberg has say, but he doesn't have the say he thinks he does.
But he directed it. He didn't write it, did he?
He and Lucas wrote it together. Well, they directed it. They produced it.
It was a Lucas. It was a Lucas film.
Yes, and Lucas,
Oh, it's in
when he
there.
sold Star
Oh,
Wars,
wow.
they got Indiana Jones also.
That's not bad.
Right. Yeah, that's the one nobody ever
Let's
talks
imagine
about.
what $2 billion buys you. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Edward, aren't you going to buy anything? Maybe Indiana Jones and Star Wars when it's up for auction?
No.
No. Okay. How about Judd?
You mean when Disney blows it up and then
Yeah, right.
they'll sell it for like $1 million?
It's going to be worth nothing. Right. All right. Is that it? Did we get everything? Jason Priestley making a Phil Hartman movie. Anything else?
Have you watched?
Oh, you just
did
heard it?
Well, no, no, not that. I know we talked about it. And it came out a couple of weeks ago. Jessica Jones.
Oh my gosh. My gosh.
Not for Prime, not for
Yeah,
Edward.
You can't see it.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
so good. Has anybody watched Jessica
Anybody
Jones?
else?
You?
Oh,
Yes. It's
I was
amazing.
not sure about her playing.
Oh
She
my
is-
gosh, she's perfect.
Perfect for it.
And how great is is Luke Cage?
Oh yeah,
I can't get enough of it. We're
And-
more than halfway through it now.
and David Tennant is
Oh my gosh,
unbelievable.
David Tennant is so frightening. Yet it's funny because he kind of plays it like he plays the Doctor.
Right.
But then what he's saying is so warped and frightening that you're like, no, that's not my Doctor. No.
There are people that you see on the internet that are like, it's ruined Doctor Who for them because
Yeah, I
of him
know.
doing it. It's
Well,
like,
I like
that's how
that
good
she
he's
said
doing
to him. They picked up on a quote that she said when he's being bad.
Yes.
And Jessica says to him, "You're not 10 anymore." And everyone online is like, it's a Doctor Who reference.
Yes.
It's clearly a Doctor Who
Oh, yeah.
reference, which is awesome. All right, are we done?
Yes.
Done.
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 Since we're talking about This Week in Geek,
I'm not
just
done.
want to say last weekend went to Chicago TARDIS, and besides a few little glitches in the beginning, it was fantastic. So if you guys, props go out to the people out there.
Yeah, Chicago
they
TARDIS.
have huge numbers of stars for the size of the con, and it was great. Great access. Got to meet Ingrid Oliver, which is a rare thing at cons. She doesn't come out and do many of them. It was
So
great.
very cool.
And Paul McGann. And Alex Kingston again, which was great. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Paul McGann's a cool cat.
Yeah.
So,
We went to Starbase Indy last week, and we got to meet Lee Ehrenberg, who plays Grumpy on Once Upon a Time.
How was Jeffrey Combs?
I didn't get to talk to Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, and he's
Yes.
in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's the shorter pirate. Hello, Paul Pooch.
Hello, yes.
That guy.
He's great.
But then Jeffrey Combs was sitting this close to me, and he got up and walked away, and I'm like, ooh, I didn't get to talk to him. And then he never came back. And then as we're leaving, he walked by me in the hallway, but he was going to lunch, and I was like, I'm not going to stop the guy. I wanted to talk about Reanimator with him. He's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I
Or
told
Frighteners. Oh,
my
he's so
text to
good,
you is,
Frighteners.
"Did you lose your head?" I thought it was pretty good.
Yes,
I
but-
worked it, so
Didn't get to talk to him, so thanks for bringing that up.
I just,
I did get to talk to 5 Year Mission, which is a Star Trek tribute band. Hey, 5 Year Mission.
Yes.
We're going to try and get them out here. Yep.
that would be awesome.
We will rock
We'll
out
do
with our
them
Spock
and,
out.
and we'll do them and rock out
Yep.
with your Spock out.
Yep, we're getting that T-shirt made. All right, is that it? Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait, one more?
One more.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Next March, Heroes and Villains Fan Con is
It's
going to be here.
It's Wizard World they did
Yeah,
Fan
yeah.
Fest. They're calling it Heroes and Villains.
All right.
Guess who's gonna be there? Stephen Amell.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah. He's at everything.
He is at everything.
When Lou Ferrigno can't sweep up, Stephen Amell helps. So,
No, he's still hot. He's on TV. So
I'll say. All right, is that it?
that's it. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thank you for listening, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes with a Doctor Who roundtable. Thank you, Blue Box. Thank you, video guys. Thank you, everybody online.